These items I do not regret spending a dime on. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to start this video with the camera that I use for YouTube, which is the Sony ZV-E10. And this cost me $800, which isn't really that expensive for a camera body, but this one just serves all purposes. And I actually got it originally for streaming, and it just worked so well that I just started using it for YouTube. I used it for a lot of different reasons, starting off with the quality of the camera. I feel like you don't really need better quality than what this camera offers. And then the ease of use for this camera, because I'm not the most tech savvy person, it just works out really well for me. And then just all the benefits that comes with this camera. So many that I really can't name it all in this video, but the camera works even better with the right lens. Because to be honest with you, the Sony ZV-E10 with its stock lens isn't the greatest. I actually put on the Sony 11mm lens. And the reason why I like this lens so much, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of a lot of different YouTubers, and basically they do that wide angle to where you can see like the whole room. And if you watch some of my older videos, you would see that I used to sit like in the corner of a room and pretty much space it out. So that's why I really like the Sony 11mm lens, because it gives you that wide depth of field whenever you using that lens, and not many lenses can replicate that. And this is one of the ones that just pretty much performs at a very high level, very good quality, so much to the point I have nothing negative to say about it. But that's pretty much those purchases, which the lens cost me $550, which is absurd for a lens. And I know there are lenses out there that's way more expensive, but just for the YouTube channel, I feel like it was a very good investment. So we talked about the camera that I use for YouTube, and that was a bit pricey for me at the time that I bought it. And I know cameras can be extremely expensive, way more expensive than that, and lenses can be way more expensive than that. But let's jump right into the next item, which is my Nintendo Switch. And I love the Nintendo Switch, just like I talked about in my last 6 expensive purchases that I don't regret video. I talked about the PlayStation and the PlayStation Portal, but in this one I kind of want to give the Switch some love because I am a gamer by heart. And for anybody who played the Switch, know this console is one of Nintendo's best selling consoles, if not the best. I think it might have took the place of their best selling console. So I love the Nintendo Switch for a lot of different reasons. And if you don't know, Zelda is my favorite game, or The Legend of Zelda, however you want to put it. I do love the Nintendo Switch, and at the time that I bought the Switch, it was pretty new, so it was $250 that I paid for this Nintendo Switch, and I had it for quite some time. And of course, I do not regret this purchase because I feel like the Nintendo Switch is just one of those consoles that if you haven't played it, you definitely should try it. And that's pretty much the Nintendo Switch. So I'm gonna move on right to the next item, and the next item is pretty much wallets. So I buy a lot of different wallets, and they are all over the place. This is just a few. I got way more than this, but right here I have the Travax wallet, and underneath that one I have the Bullstrap wallet, which is a leather wallet. And both of these are very, very quality wallets. But I think I have a bit of a obsession with collecting wallets. Even though this is a personal finance channel and I tell you don't spend money on ridiculous stuff, I just like different types of wallets. Like I have the Apple wallet, I have a few different Bullstrap wallets, I have a few regular wallets. So these are just the two that I'm showing in the video because I think they're very quality and I think they're a little bit different. This one isn't really that different. It's like the Apple wallet, but the leather on it is really nice and it smells good fresh out the package. But the Travax wallet actually has some functionality to it. You can actually use this to open up a bottle, and then you can put money in the back, but also put some cards in the front, which it fits about 6, but it's pretty tight. But if you are to get this, you have to know that the Travax wallet is going to run you $85. It's insane. I know, it really is. And if you were to get the Bullstrap wallet, you are looking at around $65, which is insane for wallets. And I told you I have even more than this. So I spent more than that on wallets, but I think it's a good investment. It's another one of those things that I just collect, and I don't buy them all the time, but I do spend a lot on wallets, as you can see. Next on the list is my collection of AirPods. And yes, they're AirPod Pros. Actually, one of these is the 2nd generation, or it might be the 3rd generation. Basically, long story short, I have a weird obsession with AirPod Pros because one, they are the best headphones in the world, in my opinion, because they really do just fit perfectly. They never fall out your ear. They have noise canceling that I feel is the best in the industry, and they're just very, very, very high quality. I mean, to a point where, as you can see, I have 4 different ones and they all still work. None of them have issues, but I know some people would know that the AirPod Pros went through a little bit of a change where they went from Lightning to USB. I have the USB pair. Like, as soon as the USB pair came out, I went ahead and got those. And I do have the Lightning ones here. I got 2 pair of Lightnings, and then one of them is the 3rd generation AirPods, which I really love all of them. I love the ones that got noise canceling way better because I feel like those kind of serve a better purpose because you can kind of ignore the world. You know, sometimes we need to do that. Also, the AirPod Pros have Find My, which I'm not the biggest fan of course, because I haven't lost my AirPod Pros, as you can see. But if you do leave them anywhere, it will alert you. And when I say anywhere, I mean you could set them in your car for a second and it will tell you that something's went wrong or they're missing, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. But for all the AirPods that I had, they always gave me some kind of update, which is good if you really lose them. But when you didn't lose them and you just happen to leave them, it still alerts you. So not the biggest fan of it personally, and I kind of keep up with my stuff, as you can see. But basically, long story short, I don't regret buying the AirPod Pros, but I've spent $250 on all the AirPod Pros, and then I believe I spent $180 on the 3rd generation. So that's pretty much my collection of AirPods. The next one on the list is the gaming laptop. I spent $850 on this gaming laptop, and it was on sale at the time that I bought it. And I talked about this a little bit in other videos, but basically the gaming laptop plays so many purposes for me. First and foremost, I got it on a discount at the time. That's like major to me because it's personal finance. Save a buck if you can. We talk about saving money, budgeting, stuff like that, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, but I do understand if you don't make a lot of money, you do have to make up for it in some type of way, and budgeting is that way. I actually use this gaming laptop for streaming, which I talk about in other videos, but basically it held up for 233 hours of streaming. And for anybody that understands the streaming industry, you can stream for hours on end. I mean, 8-hour streams in one day. So this laptop was able to withhold that. And honestly, I believe I could still stream on it to this day. I do think it will have issues, but it still can get the job done. So I think that's pretty major when you're dealing with a laptop like this. This laptop works really well. I have no negative things to say about the laptop, and it was $850, and it definitely served its purpose and did more than that, to be honest. And at the time, I think I got it in 2020, you know, when we was all locked down and couldn't do anything. So I was like, let me find a decent price laptop so I can stream, do something, be productive. You know, we all was getting into content at that time. That's the 6 expensive purchases that I don't regret. But with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.